So today y'all finna see me cook. I am going to make a pasta, but I'm not sure what pasta. I don't know how to describe it, but I know how to make it, but I don't know what it's called. I don't know if it's like it's a Cajun pasta or Tucson, whatever them things is called, Tuscany.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What? I don't know what to call it. Y'all, I promise I'm not dumb. It's Tuscan. But I know the ingredients. I know the ingredients. I know how to make it. I just don't know what it's called. I don't know how to describe it. But y'all gonna see me make it. So I'm about to clean the kitchen. It's a mess. And get started. I started really late. I was just on the phone with my husband for like 2 hours, longer than what was expected, because I was supposed to start cooking, but whatever. I'm gonna do it. I've been dragging my feet to cook because I just have not been feeling it lately, but I'm about to push myself to cook because, you know, no more takeout, and this is about to be leftovers for like the next 2 to 3 days, best believe. So yeah, so I'm about to clean up, tidy up everything, and then I'm gonna get started, and then y'all will see me then. Alrighty, y'all, so before I get to like prepping the chicken, I need to make sure that everything is, you know, good and clean. So I'm washing my hands first, and then I was checking to make sure that I had soap on my hands. It didn't look like it at first, but I was making sure. So yes, I washed my hands, and then I'm now going to wash both sinks. I use just the dish soap, and then here what I'm spraying is like a formula that I made up. It's Fabulosa and hot water, and you know, I just use that for mostly cleaning around the kitchen, the sink, things like that. And it's a great formula that I feel like gets the job done. So I'm cleaning the sink, and I just dump the chicken into the bowl, which I'll be cleaning the chicken in. And I usually clean the chicken with either lemon and apple cider vinegar or regular vinegar. I know people do different methods or different ways of cleaning, but that's usually my standard. So I'm getting ready to boil the water. I usually add some salt and olive oil. I think I added a little bit too much salt, but you know, it is what it is. And there we go with the olive oil. So that is usually my standard when I'm making pasta: salt and olive oil, always. I know some people just do salt, but like I feel like you gotta add some sort of oil in there to help with, you know, getting the pasta nice and soft. So now I'm about to season the chicken, and as you can see, this is the variety of seasonings that I have here. Obviously, if you're looking at this video as a tutorial, you can add or subtract any seasonings that you would like, but if you're just watching to watch and you just vibing, this is what I use. I wanted to make sure that I had, you know, a nice diverse you know, tastings of seasonings in my food. So that's why you can see there's kind of like different types. But you know, you gotta keep it nice and spicy. Well, it wasn't spicy. I shouldn't say spicy, not literally, but you know, flavorful. Maybe that's what I should say, flavorful. So yes, and usually when I cook pasta, in this last clip, not this one, but you'll see that I'm adding some thyme or some thyme. I didn't even turn it around. Wow, how ghetto. Sorry for the angle, y'all. But anyways, yes, I usually like to add thyme to my meat when I'm cooking pasta, if it's like a chicken pasta or like turkey meat, because it helps with the flavor, bringing out the, you know, the Italian seasonings and senses and all of that. So yes, I actually use this method. As you can see, I'm kind of like mixing up the chicken with a spatula, and I've seen that with like some TikTok chefs, in Instagram chefs, you know. So I like that method because I don't have to get my hands dirty. So I'm prepping the pot to start, you know, cooking the chicken, making sure that the olive oil is spread evenly across the pot. I'm adding some minced garlic. That is almost like my go-to every single time I'm cooking meat. I'm adding the penne to the boiling water. The water has been boiling for about maybe 5 to 7 minutes. And so it was at a good point for me to add the pasta. Now I'm adding the chicken. And as you can see, the minced garlic is starting to simmer. That means it's ready to receive the chicken so the flavors can seep through. Now I just washed some peppers. These were peppers that I had in my fridge for like maybe a little over a week. And as I was cutting through them, as you can see here, like it was a little bit of a struggle. I realized they weren't as fresh as I'd like them to be. So I only cut a few pieces. And in my head, originally I was gonna cut way more, but I only cut a few slices, and I ended up throwing the rest of those peppers away. And I just rinsed out I re-rinsed the peppers, the pieces that I cut, so I can add them in. So as I'm flipping the chicken, can you see that golden brown? Can you see that golden brown? Look at it. Look at it. It's beautiful. I wish the camera angle was a little bit better. My bad, y'all. So I'm cutting through the chicken slices because I want to make sure that the flavor is getting through to the middle. So I'm just opening them up a bit to let the heat and the flavor seep through. I'm adding the peppers on top. That will also help with the flavor of the chicken. Yes. Checked in on my pasta. My pasta is doing good. They're not sticking together. That's that olive oil. I'm telling y'all, that's what helps. And here is my new tool, y'all. Well, it's not that new, but it's new enough for me because I love it every time I use it. So instead of using like a whole extra strainer, lost one. But instead of using like a whole extra like bowl as a strainer, you can just attach that to the pot and then empty it out. Isn't that so convenient? Like, I love it so much. You just give it a little shimmy, a little shake, and then it comes right out. I lost one, but that's because I was moving too fast. But usually I don't lose any noodles. So if you're interested in that little tool device, I got it off of Amazon. I'm gonna link it below in my description so you can see it. But so convenient. So I'm adding a little bit more olive oil. I always season my noodles when I'm making a pasta, no matter what. Just like if you know, for mac and cheese, you always, you know, season those elbows, those mac and cheese elbows. Like, I feel like you should do the same thing if you're making a baked ziti or a lasagna, something like that. I always season my noodles because I feel like it adds more flavor. It gives it a little bit more zest. Do you feel me? So yeah, that's what I am doing. Mixing it all up. At this point, I had already cut up my chicken cutlets, so that way they are pieced apart. So if this wasn't a meal that I was eating with my children, I would have made everything all in one pot. But because I have picky children, they're not going to eat the sauce that I'm creating actually right now. I had to put my chicken in a separate bowl. I took it out the pot and put it in a separate bowl. And I'm creating the sauce now. And what I'm doing is I just use the same pot and I added butter. I'm adding some tomato paste. And honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I think I added a little bit too much tomato paste. I probably added like 3/4 of this little can. And I think I would have been good or better off with just half. Just half. I added some more minced garlic. Again, I don't know if I said this earlier, but this is the sauce that I'm making. So with the butter, the minced garlic, and the tomato paste, you want to make sure that you're mixing it up so that it gets like a smoother consistency before you add your heavy cream. And again, if this is a tutorial, I hope this is helpful. If you're just watching this for vibes, I hope you're being entertained. So I'm adding some heavy cream. And I think at this point I was like, damn, am I doing this right? I wasn't that confident, to be honest. I really wasn't. But I've made a sauce like this before, only one time before, but I forgot. So I was really just going based off of vibes and like what felt right. And so as you can see, look at the color. That's what you want. That's what you want. The color was dope. I added some Parmesan cheese, and then I added some mozzarella cheese. And I'm a cheesehead, so of course, if you're like, whoa, this is too much cheese, please know that I'm a cheesehead. I will never abandon cheese. So I added the cheese, and now I'm mixing it up. And look at that. Oh my gosh. So good. It's so good. It's so good. That's what it need to look like. Period. And guess what, y'all? In this scene, I was about to show you how it looked with the pasta, the chicken, and everything, and then my camera died. So I took some pictures, and hopefully you can kind of see what the end result was looking like. And yeah, but it was so good, y'all. So good. I also wanted y'all to see how I packed up the food to put in the fridge. These containers are so dope. I also got these from Amazon. I'm gonna link them below. But yes, this is how it looks. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.